What's good, everybody? This is a skincare tip video. The 5 essentials you'll need if you're somebody who's dealing with ingrown hairs on the regular. So pretty much this is going to be my top 5 products, essential things you need if you get ingrown hairs or if you're dealing with ingrown hairs right now at this very moment. I'm actually dealing with one right now at the moment, so this video is going to be very useful. So first thing I want to go into is actually a physical scrub. Now I like to use the Kiehls facial fuel. I really like this scrub because, you know, it smells really good. Kind of has like a menthol smell. It reminds me of Vicks. And the scrub is just very good, especially right after you shave. First off, I don't shave with the razor. Let me get that out the way first. Part of the reason why you get the ingrown hairs is because you're cutting the hair too short, so the hair is growing up underneath the skin. So I like to use a physical scrub because this actually has the little bits of apricot kernels. And I have heard that using the apricot kernels on the skin is very bad because it can cause more harm than good. You can scratch your skin, you can cause more hyperpigmentation. But I haven't received none of that because it's all about the amount of pressure that you actually use. You want to use, don't want to go ham on your face, scrubbing your face super hard to where, it's irritating your face, but just a nice smooth rub. It doesn't have to be super crazy. And this is what I use. And what I find, and the reason I find this useful is because it actually helps work the hair up from growing up underneath the skin. So especially if I just shaved, I'm heavy on using the physical exfoliator just to make sure, I'm constantly working the hair from underneath the skin so that way it can grow up out of the pore. This is gonna make sure the hair grows a lot more freely. So invest in a facial scrub. Very, very, very useful. That is the first step. Next thing I wanna go into is the Indian healing clay. Now I talk a lot about this, but part of the reason why I started using this is because I was getting ingrown hairs. Now this is pretty much a clay facial, and I like to use this with the apple cider vinegar first and foremost. So I would suggest using the apple cider vinegar. But this clay actually helps dry out any pimples, ingrown hairs that you may have coming in. This will drastically help minimize you getting ingrown hairs on a regular if you're doing this at least once a week. And like I said, it helps shrink the size of the ingrown hairs. It keeps them dry so that way they don't turn to be huge bumps, get inflamed. They usually just dry out and you can just literally just pull the hair out if it's ready to pull out, and it's good. So using this on the regular is super duper useful. Next thing, I have this BHA liquid exfoliant from Paulas Choice. Now, this is loaded with salicylic acid. Now I don't know if you guys remember when you guys were younger, you would see products loaded with salicylic acid. And this is going to be good at helping, dry that inflamed bump that's, swollen with pus. The hair just inflamed from the hair growing up underneath the skin and it's being irritated. This is going to help shrink that down, and this is going to help, keep all that stuff dry. So that way when the hair is ready to come out, you'll pretty much just see the hair. It'll be like a hard surface and you can just uncurl the hair from the skin. The next thing you really need, which I found super useful, especially if I have to do something the following day and I have an ingrown hair, this will shrink the size of the ingrown hair drastically. It's pretty much an acne spot treatment. Now this is the benzoyl peroxide, and this is pretty high. This is a 10%, and this is from Clearasil. And this is like one of my hacks, especially like I said, if I get the ingrown hair and I got something to do, a video or something I have to film that's coming up, I use this, and this really helps shrink the size of the ingrown hair. I would highly suggest keeping this around in general. It has multiple different uses. And my last and final thing I want to talk to you guys about is the Blackhead tweezers. Now these things have multiple uses, but these are perfect at pulling ingrown hairs. I feel like they work a lot better than the just a regular straight needle tweezers, because with this you can actually get under the hair if you need to, and you can pull it from underneath the skin. A lot of the times when we use the tweezers, we find ingrown hair, then we get it from underneath the skin, then we have the tendency of pulling it out if it's still attached in the skin with the hair follicle, because there have been times where I pulled the ingrown hair out and I've gotten the hair and it's just been the hair and that was it. There was no struggle. But if you go to untuck the hair from underneath the skin and you find that the hair is still attached by the hair follicle, don't pull it out. because you'll actually cause a lot more inflammation. Then once you pull the hair out, that's going to cause more swelling. Then the new hair is going to be trying to grow, but it's not going to be able to come up to the surface because it's inflamed from the ingrown hair you just pulled out, which, you know, repeating the whole cycle of you getting the ingrown hair in the same spot. FYI. But these are my 5 essentials if you're dealing with ingrown hairs at the moment, or you know, you deal with ingrown hairs just in general. So make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up if you guys like videos like this, so I can keep making videos like this, helping you guys with some of the tips. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page if you guys haven't subscribed to the YouTube page down below. But like I said, if you guys have any questions or any concerns, or maybe some skincare topics that you maybe have some questions about, feel free to leave them below in the comment section, and I'll try to make some videos on them if I feel like I can. But that is it for the 5 essentials. So until the next video, I'll see you then.